I'm Diana Wong Ramos. I'm Portuguese patient advocate. I suffered a stroke in 2011, and I was working as a journalist then. Since my stroke, I co-founded a stroke survivor organization in my country. As a national coordinator of the Stroke Action Plan for Portugal, actually I think the Stroke Service Tracker is an important tool to not only to raise awareness that about what's happening all around Europe, but to highlight the differences, because there are many differences between the countries, not only in the acute phase, but in the rehabilitation in the chronic phase. For instance, in my country, the acute phase is working very well. Stroke is the main cause of death in Portugal still, but there are less people dying from stroke, so there are more people living after a stroke. But as you know, living after a stroke could be a great challenge, because we can't compare any strokes, and there are people with aphasia, with hemiparesis, with invisible problems that you can't see, but they are there. And it's very important to have a stroke service tracker to see all these differences and to go to the policymakers and to ask to do something about it. In my country, we are working strictly with the Stroke Scientific Organization. I'm part of the Stroke Survivors Support Organization. We work directly with a member of the Direção-Geral de Saúde. It's a special department of health with Dra. Elsa Azevedo. She's collecting all the numbers. And then we, in the crew, we put the numbers in the stroke service tracker. In my country, data is a huge problem, because not every hospital collects the data from stroke. And if we are talking about the number of thrombectomies that are done, the number of suspicious of stroke that enter the urgency, maybe we have for several hospitals, for the main hospitals. But if you are asking about how many patients are treated in a stroke unit, not everyone is treated in a stroke unit. Not everyone goes directly to rehabilitation centers. And that's a big problem, because if you were seeing that data, we see that there are huge discrepancy between older stroke survivors and younger stroke survivors. People that could actually, if they had the proper rehabilitation, could go back to work and to go back with their lives. But if they don't have access to rehabilitation, they don't. They go into a spiral of depression and losing self-esteem and economic issues. And so I think data is very powerful. And between the policymakers, they don't see the people, they see the data. So it's very important to collect the data.